Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So today what we are doing is second chances. Everyone deserves a second chances. That's not really true. So I've got 6 products here and one more which I just want to touch on and something in a little bit. That these products I've tried and I've been like, okay, they're fine, but they're good, but like, what am I missing? Like, what am I missing here? Why I need to try again? Maybe I just didn't quite feel the shade at that time, or maybe the application I did was a little bit dodgy, or something like that. So I want to give these products a second chance and just see where I'm going to go with it. If you've ever seen my Keep It, Fix It, Dump It videos where I try different products and see if I'm going to keep them or get rid of them, donate them. Some of these you may have seen in the like get rid of thing, and I keep some of them for videos just like this where I think, you know what, I could have used it this way and it would have been better. So I have some of them here. Just before we get into that today, if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life, the real world, and it's my goal to help you become a pro yourself, or just someone who is really good at makeup. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, then please do consider subscribing. I'm just interrupting my own video to give a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Karma. Now, all of you who watch my videos regularly will know that I absolutely adore Karma. So if you're not familiar already, Karma is an app and a Chrome extension that ensures that you always get the best deal, the best coupons, always get told about discounts, price changes on products that you want to buy. I'll leave a link in the description box so you can go ahead and check Karma out for yourself. So I love Karma anyway, because for many reasons, which I'll get to, but recently I have had, especially with the Black Friday sales, I had so many products that I have saved on my Karma list come up as discounted. Every single one that I wanted was on discount and I was able to get all these amazing products. I think we always want to buy like a lot of makeup and we can't really justify it at some of the prices sometimes. And makeup can be expensive, makeup can be pricey, so can skincare. But if there's a sale going on, that's your justification right there, right? And these are all products that maybe I have added to my wish list like months and months ago and just completely forgot about. My memory isn't the best for my age, which may be a concern somewhere else in life. But to get notifications and emails saying, remember this? Well, it's now cheaper than it was, is incredible. So Karma is so incredibly easy to use. Let me tell you how it works. All you have to do is download the extension on Google Chrome or download the app onto your phone. And then it is as easy as just going shopping. When you see a product you like, you can click on the Karma logo on the side of your screen. And what this does is it allows you to add products to your list. The lists are my favorite part. I have lists for home, decoration, seasonal lists, clothing. And by adding these items to your list, you will be notified when there is any kind of further discount. And that can include a price change or a relevant coupon code. And Karma's going to tell you when this happens. If you have the app on your phone, it could be a push notification or by email. Now, I personally love having the Chrome extension because when you go to checkout, Karma is going to scan the web for coupon codes for you. There's nothing better than a surprise discount. You didn't know there was a discount, but you're going to get one. And also now with selected retail partners, Karma gives cash back to you and also to a good cause. So you can go ahead and download that free Chrome extension in the link I have left below for you. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. You will love it. You will love it as much as I do. Should we just jump? Oh, you know what? Let me carve out my... Oh, no. I'll do my brows first. So this is the Benefit Brow Zing. It says Pro Palette. Zings. I knew I missed an S somewhere, but I couldn't... Dyslexia, I couldn't see where the S was. Pro Palette. So it has 3 different waxes here and then 4 different shades of powder. Now here's my issue with Benefit, right? They actually really kindly send me a lot of brow stuff, and Benefit do have incredible brow products. Like, I think they've covered everything when it comes to brows. However, none of the shades are really good for me. Their darkest seems to be, correct me if I'm wrong, this really dark brown that doesn't quite hit black, but doesn't quite hit the kind of dark brown I need. So I'm going to try today their darkest colour here. I'm not going to use these waxes because I hate these. Nothing is strong enough for my brows unless they're laminated, and I use something like, you know, the brow things that you stick your spoolie in, the waxes. Not waxes, like glues basically. So I'm going to take this shade right here. So the powder is the shade Cool Black Brown. So we're going to go ahead and use that one. Let me sit forward a little bit. I'm going to use the tiniest little brush I can find to do like individual hairs. This is from Spectrum and Katie Jane Hughes, and this is a brush number 23. Running out of breath there. I usually like to use like a brow pen because I can flick and get like that hair-like stroke. Powders to me sometimes are a little bit like, you know, they look like powder, they look flat, and I like brows to have a little bit more dimension to them. But let's give it a go. I'm not going to start right at the front here. I want to leave that like a little bit lighter. Yeah, that's not bad, you know. I do already have like a brow product in my eyebrow, so perhaps it's not going on as pigmented as it could be, but it is giving me a really good build-up of product. The only issue is I have, again, it's powder, so it does look very flat. Like it has no, like, I was gonna say expression. There's no expression. Let's fill in under here. I think it looks all right. I think it looks fine. Would I use it again? Actually, probably not, because my brows do look a little bit flat. I do prefer that slight, very slight sheen you almost get from a pen. It just adds a little bit more depth to the brow. And one thing I would have to say about the layout of this product as well is I'm not quite sure why they have put the darkest wax in the middle here and put the clear one here. I would shift this over this way. I've actually got rid of the powder, but quite a lot of powder came off this, and if that was to get into the clear wax, it's a little bit annoying having to wipe it off and waste some product. So I would just shift that as far away from the deeper shades as possible and put the deeper shade here where the color won't really affect it. See, it's just very powdery, and I worry for the clear shade there. Like, it needs to be it's going to get dirtied. Okay, I'm just going to carve out my brows quickly and put on some eye primer, and then we're going to try an eyeshadow palette. Okay, hi, I'm back. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette we're going to use today is the Bottle Blonde from Trixie Cosmetics. I used this once, and I haven't used it since because I wasn't that crazy about it, to be honest with you. The finishes, this one in particular, sorry, the texture, this one here, polished, it looks like it's going to be this incredible shimmer, and it really wasn't that. And I think it's the way you can't really use a finger in it because it's so like pressed in there that you immediately like see, like, it's come off a little bit. It immediately like flattens, you know, when you get that hard top on a product and, you know, you have to scrape it off or get the tape out. It does that, and that's kind of annoying. And the colour payoff wasn't that great with a brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another product with this as well, but we're going to do just a purple. I want to keep it kind of like monochromatic a little bit. Not really. So I'm actually going to start with the shade Blowout, which is this browny shade. And it's not like the texture of the other ones there's anything wrong with them. I quite like the matte shades. I don't know, I just wish it was a little bit more, I don't know what's missing. I actually really like this colour. It kind of looks brown in the palette, but on it's like this really nice deep purple. Has anyone watched the new Saved by the Bell? It's on Sky here in the UK. It was actually really good, except for what they've done to the theme song. That was terrible, but it was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm just going to do concealer quickly. I don't usually do this, but I want like a different shape today. I don't know why I just use that much concealer. I keep doing this. I keep panicking. So I want to go into Purple Shampoo, which is this one here. And I just want to kind of like halo the whole look almost. I'm going to go in with I Got Bangs, which is this one, which is just like straight up purple, and use that on my lid. Okay, and then, oh, you know what? I want to darken up that corner again. So I'm going to take Lash Lift, which is just black, basically. Okay, so the product we are trying next is one that everyone went kind of crazy for. And this is the Danessa Myricks. What are these called? Bits. No, I'll pop the name on the screen. Incredible brand. Danessa Myricks. If you haven't tried anything from her brand, beautiful. She's an extremely amazing makeup artist. And everyone kind of like sold these out. And when I tried them, I was like, oh, all right. But you know what I think the issue was when I did it the first time is I don't think I had a good base color down. I feel like it looks good on like a background almost. And I don't think I used enough. And I didn't realize the texture as well. It's quite a sticky texture, which I really liked because it means it isn't going to flake around everywhere and, you know, do whatever. So I'm going to build it up quite intensely this time on a good purple background. And then I'm going to let it dry and set. That's better. Okay. Now, do I think... Oh, that looks good, actually. Let me just... See, because if I spread it too much... then it gets a bit patchy. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, I'm going to let that do whatever it is it needs to do. I mean, it looks pretty cool like that. It will look great with some lashes. So I'm just going to kind of keep my head like this. I don't have a foundation. I'm giving it a second chance. I'm going to whack on my foundation very quickly right now for you. Okay, let's talk about bronzer. This is the Inglot AMC Advanced Makeup Components. What? Oh, that's what AMC, sorry. Multicolor bronzing powder. When I used this, I was like, this is literally the worst bronzer I've ever used ever, because the shade was really strange. Like for me, it didn't fit, but as somebody who would be building a kit, or, you know, somebody who's used many bronzers on many different people with many different skin tones, this would never be, when it's all together, a shade that I would have reached for anyone. Sorry. But I'm going to try it again because I feel like I was having a bad day. Let's just mix it all together. Tap it off. It's raining so heavy outside. It's so nice and cozy in here. I just no, I'm still not into it. It still looks orangey to me. And you know what? Yeah, some bronzers are going to be orangey on you if you get the wrong shade. But this is just like, I don't know, there's just something off. You know what I mean? Yeah, not for me. Not for me. It's not as bad as I made out it was the first time. Like, the day I used it, it genuinely was the worst thing that had ever happened to me. And no one take that seriously. I know someone in the comments is going to be like, well, you haven't lived a very bad life if you... Okay, so next up is a Youthforia Chemical Reaction Blush. Now, I had a good experience with this. I really, really liked it. But what I wanted to do, when I used it, I was doing like this orangey tone eye. And I was like, okay, that doesn't quite fit for me. So I wanted to do it with a purple. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to concentrate it up in this area here, because I feel like a pinky tone on myself personally, if I bring it too far here, it starts to look a little bit like shit, basically. And I know it looks kind of neon, but it did settle down last time. Can you hear that rain? I love it. I love days like this where it's like pitch black outside at 2 p.m. and it's pouring with rain. You know how I would treat this blush? Almost as if you're applying your skincare and you're being very delicate and very... yeah, I like that. I really, really like that. I always get these little red bits here no matter how much foundation I put on. Sun damage. Wear SPF. Yeah. I do really, really like that. And I like it even more. I liked it anyway, but I like... Oh, my eyelids stuck to my eyelid. I liked it before, but I like it even more now that it's paired up with something a little bit more complimentary. Okay, this is one I was so disappointed in because I really, when I saw this online, I was like, I need that. Look at all those fingerprints. And this is the Fenty Diamond Bomb Triple Dip Palette. Now, I came to the conclusion that this will look incredible on the body. And if you don't mind your highlighters having like a shitload of glitter in them. That was the problem for me with this one, was the glitter. It was just too... It didn't look like a highlight. It looked like a fun glitter product. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it wet today to see if it helps make it even smoother. And I'm going to use a setting spray. I'm going to use the Nimya setting spray. And the reason I'm using this one is because I wanted to bring this up. I used this on a night out in London. Lisa Eldridge opened up her studio in Covent Garden and I went to the opening. She very kindly invited me along and I used this setting spray afterwards. Lucky I was drunk and didn't realise, because when I got back to the hotel room, my face... It was like, it almost had this finish to it where it looked like vinyl. Like it was really shiny and plasticky looking, but not in a nice way. It was really strange. I don't know if I used too much maybe, but I didn't use that much at all. I'm very minimal with my everyday makeup. I would never do something like this outside. So I was a little bit disappointed in the finish. I'm going to have to test it. Maybe it'll be my next Second Chances video. Next time I go out somewhere, I'll give it a go. But I'm going to wet a brush today and use it in the highlighter. It's just a really strange thing. And I'm going to use quite a dense brush because I want to get as much as I can from the highlighter itself. But I do feel like this kind of, especially when they're domed like this, they tend to be like baked. I do love the smell of that setting spray. They tend to be more baked. So they tend to go nicer with something wet, a wetter product. Is anything coming off? Have I just fucked it up completely? Is anything coming off? Finger maybe? Is anything happening? Oh my god, I'm gonna dampen it and use my finger. Wait, no, it doesn't quite make sense. Much better. Oh my god, a million times better. Oh my god. So much, so much better. I like that now. Yeah, that's nice. And it kind of has this nice pinky undertone to it, so it goes well with a blush. I'm going to take a little bit under the brow bone. I think we've got like severe weather going on here because it is, I don't know if you can hear it. That's rain. Oh, I love that wet. Oh my god. Okay, so this is fine. That's fine. I'm going to use it damp with this setting spray every time. I know they work together now. That's fine. This is a strange texture on the lid. Oh, look, it just breaks up in all the folds. But I mean, I'm not necessarily going to walk around like this, but I don't know. It's nice. I wonder now if I go on top with more, if it will break it down. Should we try? Will it break it down or will it just give it more staying power? That's actually sitting quite nicely on top. Okay. Okay, so that's the key. Let it dry, then go on again. Sorted. Yeah, oh, the highlight is so much better damp. Does it say? I bet it says, like, use as wet. Damp on the face, dry on the body. Beautiful. Okay, let me stick on some lashes and we'll be done. The camera's there, done. Okay, well, we are done with Second Chances. Everything was fine. But yeah, this is the finished look. These flakes things, you really need to let them dry before you even think about moving your eye, because as soon as it creases, it will leave a patch. It will leave a patch on your eyelid. So if you have creasy eyelids like mine, just let them dry. Just close your eyes for a good 20 minutes and just let them dry, because otherwise it's going to move around. Yeah, everything was fine apart from the Benefit thing I'm not really into, and the Inglot bronzer. Everything was great. I'm happy I got this to work, the Fenty highlighter, because look how that does look really, really nice. I knew it in my heart of hearts. I knew it was gonna work. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me, and just another huge thank you to Karma for sponsoring today's video. You can download that free Chrome extension using the link in the description box below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.